So we're really looking at $4,000 or $5,000 possibly coming out of the CNRE fund.
Correct.
Okay. That's very good for a $100,000 boat.
Correct.
So, thank
And
you.
it's not just a boat, you're getting a trailer, you're getting a lot of equipment that goes with it, electronics and so forth. So it's a full functional package when it comes from Defenders to here.
We're not gonna have to outfit it with any other equipment?
No, it's
And
all.
nothing additional?
In the grant process, you had to itemize what you were going to do, why you were gonna do it, who was gonna use it. Like, for an example, what we did do with this that's not been done before, and you wouldn't think they'd need it, but we put in the grant even that Parks and Rec would be using it to take in their swim lines and be able to check their life raft and their swim platform and so forth.
Sorry.
Those
Just
types
wanna
of
make sure it's
items are
complete.
going to be accessible to them now where they don't have means to do all that stuff.
Okay, thank you.
Chairman, can I ask?
Sure.
What kind of boat are you buying? It doesn't say that.
It's a 24-foot center console hard bottom rib boat. So it's got the rubber platoon, I can't even say it, but it's a shallow water depth boat.
So when this grant came out, was it the interpretation of other towns that this was for like law enforcement? Because I heard a little bit of a dip-nip down in Old Saybrook about, I wonder why we didn't get this.
Well, if you remember, if you bring Saybrook up, they did get it, and their town voted it down because of their way that they went at it with
The other issues?
other issues that went around it, but they were awarded $370,000 for a boat. I know that we helped bring equipment over there so they could demonstrate it to their various boards and so forth. So they did have that, and I think there might be a visitor to that action with what you saw came Saturday night with the rescue, and a Waterford vessel went over there and
Right.
assisted them and found the people. So it's a very active waterfront that we have between here, Fisher's Island Sound, to the Connecticut River.
So in terms of, this is the first shared harbor master boat between two towns, right?
No, we've always had
Yep.
one.
Even though you had two different boats?
No, we've only had one boat ever, Harbor Master.
You had the
We've always shared.
Grady, and who had the cutter?
Well, the Grady White was a police boat. And-
Okay.
and the
So that
other-
never, you used the police boat?
No, we
Okay.
used the Harbor Master boat, which was a retired police boat out of Waterford for a number of years.
Okay. But did we own it?
Waterford,
Okay, so this
We
is like a
shared the
joint
cost.
ownership, joint everything?
and Waterford's contributing to this factor as well.
Okay, so they also will be selling their Parker Cuddy?
Correct,
Okay.
yeah.
Even though
You
it
don't-
needs $7,000 in repairs, will that be a public bid so everybody can bid?
It is, through
Okay.
Waterford, yeah. It's gonna be.
Okay.
Needs a lot of work.
Any other questions by the
But they're
board?
nice boats.
Is there a motion?
I'll move to approve a special appropriation in the amount of $98,071 to CNRE Fund 32 to purchase a new Town of East Lyme, Town of Waterford Shared Harbor Master boat and create an account for such purpose. Source of funds, $73,553 FEMA Port Security Grant, $12,000 Town of Waterford contribution, and $12,518 Town of East Lyme contribution from CNRE Fund 32, account 32-70-300-500-999, townwide projects. Once the existing 24-foot Grady White House Police boat has been sold, the townwide project funds will be reimbursed with same.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained?
Thank you.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next item is under old business, our audit comment plan. Anna?
Yeah, so most of the items that are on the plan have targeted completion dates at the end of 2016, a new accounting system in 2017. But the one I did make sure that all the fund balances tied out with the prior year audit report. I did get that part accomplished. One of the items, the purchase orders and the invoices, I believe, when we start working on our purchasing policy, we'll make sure that we include language to deal with those items. And the Education Grants Fund, this month, I'm going to make a point to work with, Ms. Whalen at the Board of Ed to try to get that one comment off. And I do have to speak with her about what they plan to do to resolve the school lunch issues. I just haven't had a chance.
Great, thank you, this is helpful. Questions or comments from the board? Okay, our next item is purchasing policy. We're tracking it on here to discuss in our November meeting. Our next item is public discussion. Anyone from the public have any comments? Next is board comments.
Yes. A while ago, we were looking into tax relief for the elderly, and we did some research, and we talked about what we have now, local homeowners tax benefit, and we were gonna, and what we said was, there may not be a lot of people participating in it, and there aren't, and that may be because we haven't advertised it, and we were gonna do things like have the assessor or somebody put something in, like the Park and Rec magazine that comes out. Just would like to remind us that we need to advertise that so that our people know that it's there.
Thanks.
Since I'm the town crier, I guess I'll take it upon.
Well,
It is something.
I'll
and
be
you know
glad
what?
when I come back from Myrtle Beach to write something up to give to somebody to put there.
You know what? We should come up with a piece, brochure, if you will. I don't know if there's such thing as those anymore. Do people read brochures? But an informational piece of the qualifications and what happens when you do qualify and what the process is, and just spell it out very simple for in simple terms that people like the elderly could understand, or like average citizens that are involved with boards of education and boards of finance and selectmen and all that. Just simple terms. Let's see if we can come up with something. I'll ask the assessor tomorrow to kind of work on that. We can make those available at the senior center because they're touching a lot of those very same people. You can send these things out with the Meals for Wheels group.
And the other part of that is if you're eligible in the town to get there's a same process for the state. So not only would you get if you qualify $1,000 tax credit, you get a $2,000 tax credit. Okay?
Right.
Could
That's all I had.
Could we include a little slip on that in the tax bills? I mean, I don't know if that
I
would be an
don't know.
onerous burden, but it might be a good place to do
I don't
that.
know how those are generated and all that. I know that they spend a whole lot of time, and we do them here. I mean, they stuff the envelopes and lick the stamps. So
maybe-
not really, not literally.
Right.
They self-stick stamps these days. But I'll look into that, whether that's appropriate.
Good, thanks. Any other board comments? Hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn? So moved. Second? Second?
Second.
Jeepers.
All those in favor,
Really,
please
guys?
signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you, good night.
Thank you.